as far as the IRS is concerned, the labor of a man or a woman in the Constitution is not to be taxed. And that's what they're doing, and that's just blatantly against
I'm listening to brother. I don't take that against
and as far as paying for stuff, the classical answer is, well, we need the IRS or we need this because we need to collect this money. That's not true. There's other ways to pay for it, and there's more than enough money to pay for stuff.
That'll be discussed real fast. Go ahead, Marshall.
Firstly, a point of information. Not one penny collected by the IRS goes to the United States government.
Not one penny.
Not one penny.
Not one penny. It doesn't pay for any funds,
Thank you.
any programs. It pays for nothing.
That's right.
All government funding comes from excise taxes plus the deficit.
That has always existed.
No argument. Thank you.
Now, I have a question. Part of your program is to import water from Mexico?
No, let me discuss that. That's just, let me just finish that and then we can get into the second here, because we have so much limited time.
Okay, I just want to ask the question, if we bring in Mexican water, will it give us the runs?
God bless, Marshall. Is there any other questions?
I think you start bringing in water from Mexico, you're going to find out the real reason they call them wetbacks. Anyway, how in the hell do you expect to ever compete against a party that raises billions, not millions, to get elected? Now, how bright can people be in this state to think that these corporations give billions of dollars to elect a president aren't going to run the president?
That question is twofold, but I think I explained to you I've had that problem. I'm unknown. Hillary and Obama already been pre-selected. Coming out of New York, I had the door shut in my face. At a press conference at my attorney's office, and more impressive, the 79th floor Empire State Building, nobody showed. I was young. My attorney said, "You're an unknown," and they shut the doors in my face in Tucson. So yes, it's a very difficult task for an unknown, but I'm using this as a springboard. There's pamphlets on your table. You see what I'm about. You can talk about me. Maybe the next time around, I have somebody who might politically back me on the next, this is 4 years from now, and they're very interested in what I have to say. And I think I'm strong enough. And I think if you see the program, my resume is extremely strong. I'm not a courtroom attorney. I'm a businessman. If anybody asks me, I'm a creator. I create ideas and concepts, put them to use. And I've been successful.
Well, taking Ross Perot, it came very close, but they threatened him out, run him out of the deal.
Can I do this?
Doing the same thing to
You've been great on questions. Can I run into my next? Now this, everybody has a 10-star program. So in the beginning, in the beginning you'll see my picture along with the resume. The resume kind of spells out, am I qualified to run? Here you go. Does anybody?
Carl, right there. That guy.
Am I qualified to run with the greatest country ever, the greatest power ever to be in existence? What do you need to be in power? Now, if I was human relation director, I would throw out all attorneys that should be put in the courtroom. It's a problem. The old boys club that elects politicians puts their own people in. All right? Now, to me, I would be very successful in eliminating taxation and bringing forth new ideas and concepts to make money. If you notice, the program, the slogan is, let's do it. I'm old school with the new age mind. The program is the 10-star program. Strengthen the dollar. Higher tariffs on imports. China is just literally killing us as far as goods coming in. Walmart, 90% of the goods or more is from China. If you shut down Walmart, China will go out of business. So it's a big problem. But the problem is China cannot take in our goods because of our high cost of labor. Our goods go in too much for the consumer in China. So the ultimate answer is to work out trade agreements, tariffs with China on a stronger partnership. Now I've developed in Tucson strong partnerships with the local Chinese community. They're very difficult to deal with, but they can be dealt with if you have a strong hand. Develop high cash reserves. Now you're going to love this. Star 2. Develop strong job market. Create 4% or lower unemployment. See Star 4. So the Star 2 now is Social Security bailout. This is one of the greatest ideas, and I've had people from every walk of life, every circle, from the owner of Channel 58, told me it's great, we need to push this. It's create the Uncle Sam's International Lottery Sweepstakes. We'll develop $1 to $2 trillion over 20 years. An act of Congress will freeze the funds. $2 trillion we could generate. That's a lot of money. Now, 2030, the principal will be unloaded. We'll go right over to Social Security to bail out Social Security, which is bankrupt as of 2030. So which means your grandchildren, your children, college kids have nothing to look forward to as retirement. This will make them secure. Actually, will bail out Social Security. So what will happen? The dollar will be strengthened, of course, if you have a $2 million cash reserve. You're going to have close to $1 trillion in interest. That's a lot of money. That'll be used, that'll be unfrozen, that'll be loose, $1 trillion. And that will fund, as you'll see, something else. This will actually fund Star 4. So Star, what I'm doing is pulling the interest to a program which I was just going to research called healthcare. Free healthcare, which is actually the last page, alternative Star programs. It's set up regional. This is really a winner. We need health and healthcare system. We don't need the university hospital. There's a lot of people who can't afford that. These people just need a bed and care. So I'm going to set up with retired military bases, regional health care centers, 6 of them, West Coast, East Coast, Midwest. Each healthcare center would have enough beds. We're talking about close to 1,000 beds or more. These are in barracks. Nothing fancy. You pull a curtain over, there's a bed, there's heat, there's cold, there's generic medicine, a doctor, a nurse. The doctors and nurses will be called in, and they would donate their time for tax credits, but they'll be permanent staff. So in this health containment center we call regional healthcare centers, there'll be also a second item, which is quick response team. Quick response team will work with Red Cross, National Guard, and they'll stockpile K-ration food, rafts, 5 or 6, 10 helicopters, nuclear clothing, cleansing systems. Flipper would probably know more about that. But anything that needs, if you have a flood, you have a terrorist attack, we can be there within less than an hour, sometimes 2 hours. There'd be a team, quick response. Each center would have a quick response